great one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, what a move. Fights him off. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So go. Ride 40. Here we go.
They start the drive with Martin. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
At the 21-yard line.
Now Martin running right. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Here's Luck. That'll be caught. It's Hester. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
First down. Here's the run with Martin. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Target. 51, Mike. 140, easy, alert. You go tight.
Now Luck. He finds his man Johnson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On first down, Martin. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On 2nd down now. It's Martin, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. They'll run on first down. Done. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal.
I got him. Back to Mike. I got him. 53's the Mike. 53's the Mike.
They'll try the air now with Locke. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. It's the fullback there to make the grab. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. 8-3.
Kill, kill, kill. Check, cross.
On first down, it's Little. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
On second down, Elway. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Elway will throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On the return, Hester. A nice job on return there, 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Fight.
On 1st and 10, Locke. They'll rifle this one deep right side. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll run on 1st down. It's Armstrong. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
Let's go.
A gain of 12. And the Broncos 1st down.
On the set.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Steelers 7, Broncos nothing.
Ready. 50, plant.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Got it.
94 is the mark. Take me up. Here we go.
Go.
From the gun, it's Elway. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now Elway on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Taken from just outside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Mexico. Hey, check.
From the gun, here's Love. That'll be caught by Hester. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. Get ready. 51's the Mike.
On 1st down, it's Martin. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. 14 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Elway now off of play action. Thomas has got it. Complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
Go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Ready?
Now Elway on first down. And Thomas has it. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. To throw his own way. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Elway. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
At the 9-yard line.
One man. Close.
Shift! Watch the shift!
General West. Hey, high 7.
Play action. It's locked. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
On the ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Elway. He gets it to Thomas. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Elway. Going up top. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
He'll rifle this one. He's got him in. Complete. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
If you kill it, motion me out. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. I'm coming, baby. Woo! 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. They can't hang with us. 56 the Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Mike 56. Mike 56. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Out of the gun. Lock. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
Let's go, baby.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 39. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
12.
Check three. Ringo. 51 the Mike, boy. 51.
40, easy.
They'll run on first down. It's done. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
It's easy work, and it's coming.
11 feet.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Broncos' 32-yard line.
Motion. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. And I'm coming after you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Luck. That one complete to Bettis. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Safety's creeping. Check 99. Check 99. Alert flare. Alert flare.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Check.
11.
53.
Hey, Charlie.
Now Love. This complete to Martin. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Defense, let's go. Check safety, check safety. 51, Mike. Mike 51. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Mike 51, Mike 51. Not today, you aren't. Not today. Right here, guys. Mike 51, Mike 51. It's a party now. It's a party now. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
A shotgun snap for Love. This is caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Move. Go, Mike.
11. 12. Hey, Foxtrot.
Throwing again is Love. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch tight end. Hey.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy.
Slam.
Pilot. 64. Weak. 5.
Play action. It's Elway. And his throw is incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest...
Oh, now Elway has it stripped. The ball is out. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Love. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Go ahead.
Hey, take your shot back to huddle. Shot back to huddle. Shoot. Switch it.
Mexico.
Now it's Locke. Going for it all. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 33. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for two. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now, 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer. The point after is good. And that will get them one closer.
Makes the score Steelers 36, Broncos 9.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Brings up second and 11 at the 17-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Luck, he's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On first down, Luck. This one taken in by Hester. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 41 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Throwing his Luck. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Check 43. 51, Mike. Mike 51. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Mike 51. Mike 51.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Right here, right here.
Hey, check. Hey, Alpha.
I got one. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. I'll get him.
Again, Locke. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass as his guys continue to pour it on.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware.
You can't block me. 51 the mic, boy. 51. Come on. 51 the mic.
Luck throwing again. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off the play fake. Elway. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the
and this is caught at the 20. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 46 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown Steelers. Antonio Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So now here's Luck as his guys will go for two here.
Hey, orbit.
From the gun, here's Luck. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot.
No.
Okay.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They fake the give. Now Elway. It's caught. Smith. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Elway. He's got his man Sharp, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Ready, break.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And this one complete to Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. As his guys are in for 6, and the Broncos are able to at least make things a bit more respectable. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
51, Mike. Mike 51.
Luck gonna throw it. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a first down throw. Locke. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 45 yards.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
Watch tight. Tight is right. 3 down. 3 down. Let's go. Mike.
12.
Luck now to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's, you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And the Broncos are going to get the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Now it's Elway. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away. They stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll keep it on the ground. Little. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A big pickup of 38. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out in my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I didn't know my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride? Never tired. You will never know. You ain't never tried. Work it out. Hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that.